another reason that could be behind the content that maybe was subconscious to me. A lot of times black women are seen to just have attitudes and be aggressive and hard all the time. And no, we fun.
I mean,
wait.
You had me up until nah, we fun.
Nah, we be fun though.
I mean,
we can be fun.
Everyone?
Most.
Both?
Most? That's
Well,
that's the majority now. They say most.
well, me and mine, that's how we are.
Y'all goofy.
Me and my friend group, that's how we are.
I think every black woman probably can be fun if under the right circumstances. You know, but I grew up with a tough one.
Yeah.
What's up? This is the ChoppedByT podcast, where we get real, raw, authentic barbershop conversations. I'm your host, T. And to the very far right of me, we got my brother, my dear brother, the honorable, the incomparable, the handsome, Roscoe Gudger. And in the middle, man, we got the multifaceted, the comedian, the actor, the all-around entertainer, Rashawn. Give it up for you. And of course, finally, back by popular demand in the back, the smooth sounds of Demo, our producer, man. Give him one too. Give yourself one, Demo.
Give myself one. Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with giving myself a clap. Man, how y'all feeling today?
Feeling great, man.
Feeling great. Glad to be back in y'all's presence. Glad to be back behind the mic.
Yeah, man, we're glad to have you back. I'm acting like you. I'm glad to have you back. And we got a special guest on today. Like I said, Rashawn, the comedian and everything, the actor, the entertainer, everything. And I'm happy to have you here. I first seen you on IG, right? I'm pretty sure we probably ran into each other before then because of MTSU.
Yeah.
But I first seen you on IG. You posted something that related well to me. Something we're going to get to later on in the podcast, by the way.
Yes.
But, I just thought like she would be a great addition to our podcast, just somebody to have on for the episode. You said something when we spoke though. You said it's called a God wink.
Yes.
Explain that real quick, because I want people to know something about that. Really.
Yeah. Okay. So, when me and Onterio introduced each other formally a couple of days ago, I was talking about a God wink. I read about it in a book, y'all. And it was some years ago. I don't even remember what book it was that I was reading. But it was just talking about how sometimes things will happen in your day randomly. It might be a song. It might be a person. It might be an event. And it'll just signal God trying to show you something or confirm something. And I think that us finally meeting each other was probably a God wink, or maybe the post that I made for us to connect was a God wink. Yeah.
I found that really interesting. And it's other ways that people get that through like numbers and just stuff like that as well. So, I just found that real interesting. And but I do want to say, because something we believe in on ChoppedByT podcast nowadays especially is giving people their flowers, right?
Yeah.
And I want to say this first and foremost, whatever it is, you got it.
Yeah.
You got it. You know what I mean? Just point blank period.
That.
Whatever it is, you got it. And, hopefully in the future, you can, really cultivate that and just do what I always tell Sco and Demo, everything is get the business right, get the business together, which I see you doing that, and that's perfect.
Slowly.
But surely though.
But surely.
Yeah. And, whatever it is, you got it, you doing well. And, man, listen, I commend you for that. I commend you for it.
That.
Go ahead and give us some hand claps, Demo. Come on.
Go ahead.
Load them up with hand claps. I don't like the hand claps, by the way. But this ain't about Sco. It's about me. Ain't that right, Scott?
Boy, fuck.
Respectfully. Because it sounded disrespectfully.
This man is crazy. But anyway, I want to jump right into it, right?
Yeah.
I want to hear about your early life. You know, everything, where you come from, all of that.
Early life.
Yeah, tell me everything. Well, not everything, because we ain't got all day, but.
Man, listen, I really erased all those details. So, next question. I'm from Memphis. Yeah. I don't know. I guess what do you want to know exactly?
You from Memphis, the gutter part?
Nah, not the gutter part.
Okay, hey,
Well,
listen.
I wouldn't consider it the gutter part. I'm from Whitehaven.
Whitehaven.
I have to say it like that.
I fuck
So
with
people can
Whitehaven.
put a little bit more respect on us. Whitehaven.
Damn near Mississippi, ain't it?
Yeah, we next door. We close.
I fuck with Whitehaven. I've met some very interesting women out of Whitehaven. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, I feel like Whitehaven breeds greatness, and sometimes they're in the form of thugs, but still great people, all the same.
Memphis just rough. Period.
Yeah, it's like it's definitely, listen, and I love that Memphis people put on so hard for, the city, but it's definitely a dark cloud over Memphis at times.
Yeah.
And not in a negative way, but it's just so much, like, I don't even know how to describe it,
For a long time, when I would tell people that I was from Memphis, because I went to school through high school in Memphis, and then right after I finished high school, I went to school in New Orleans, at Xavier University of Louisiana. And specifically, when I was in New Orleans and people found out I was from Memphis, they just got worried and concerned for what I had been through almost. They'd be like, "Oh, you from Memphis? Wow, for real?" Like, I don't know. I guess so many people have all these preconceived notions of what people from Memphis are supposed to look like and supposed to sound like and act like. So maybe that was what it was.
I would say, you from New Orleans? Wow.
I know.
Because New Orleans
It's
rough
the
as
same.
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
I know y'all ain't being that way now. We about tit for tat.
Right.
Well, yeah, no, okay. So you went to Whitehaven and everything. Have you always been, because like I said, you're a comedian, you're an entertainer, you're an actor. What else can I add to that?
Ooh, I be dancing sometimes.
Dancer. Oh, I forgot dancer. That's one of the major ones right there, right?
Yep. And I've sung background vocals for a couple of people
Okay.
that
You want to hit a little note? Because I sing too, and hey, we can battle.
Here
I
we
don't
go.
want to battle.
I'm just saying. D-Mo, you better
I
tell him.
said background vocalist.
Right.
Heavy on the back
He can't sing neither.
and the ground.
I won't say he can't sing because I've never heard him sing for real.
Yes,
But
you have.
He can carry a couple notes.
Wait,
but like,
he can carry notes.
He ain't no
Yeah,
Brian
he-
McKnight.
He ain't no
sung-
Brian.
He sung at the probate. He sung at the
He-
probate.
My style is more
Hey,
like,
but I think that says a lot. They don't put you in the probate now if you ain't working with some.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. My style
Or
is
maybe
more,
they didn't have. I'm sorry, I didn't mean
Oh,
to
go
interrupt.
ahead, go ahead,
Or
yeah.
maybe they just didn't have anybody else.
Ooh, you took it there. Ooh.
Hey,
Nobody else.
I'm not in the middle. I'm not.
I'm gonna tell you though. Listen, my style is more so catered towards Sam Cooke. I'm not Sam Cooke. I'm not saying that because he's a legend, but my style is more so. It's unique, but it sounds good though. Sam Cooke mixed with Drake. I do my thing. What?
I ain't gonna lie, you had us at Sam Cooke. We was reading you until you
Drake
threw
was
in
too
the
far.
Drake.
Drake was too far. I got you.
This nigga gonna get struck by life.
Rashawn, get your little girl. Get your little girl. Get away from me.
Get away. Listen, I ain't running from my talent. I'm gonna be honest with y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all can feel the way y'all want to feel because I know I'm great.
And you know what? You should.
Yeah.
You should know that.
You got it, brother.
So no dancing. Like, did you danced at because you went to MTSU too, right?
So I
MT?
started dancing maybe when I was like 10. It was later on. But I started dancing around 10. I danced for a friend of mine's sister's like volunteer dance group thing, and we would just practice at their house. And y'all, this is so funny that we even talking about this, but we went to a competition. We was like 10, 11 years old, and that was my first time competing in dance. And we went to that competition. We didn't place at all. We were so bad. And it was like, it really wasn't her.
Yeah.
It was just like, we had just rounded up a bunch of girls that we just knew, and some of us had it and some of us didn't, and it showed, baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the first thing. But then when I went to high school, I kept dancing. and I was a majorette for a short period of time, very, very short period of time. And then I was a pom-pom girl for 3 years, and I danced background. Have y'all heard of the Barcades?
Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
like well, never mind.
They're like the Earth, Wind, and Fire in Memphis, I would say.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking like a band or something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
they're an old school band. I danced background for them for a couple of years. And got to Xavier, and I wasn't doing anything. Got to MT, and then I started dancing again. And I had a couple of classes of my own. Then I became a mom. The end.
I got you.
Yeah.
You didn't do any dancing like with Impact or nothing like that at MT, did you?
Mm-hmm. I danced with Impact for a couple of semesters. Since they don't break it up by year, they break it up by semester. And I did maybe like 5 or 6 shows.
You know, Sco used to be an entertainer too.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind?
Please
Tell
tell
us,
me.
Sco.
Let's get into it.
What kind?
You don't want to say Sco?
Tell her. I want to
He
see.
said, don't tell her.
Sco was captain of the step team for the church.
All right, that's
Wait,
a lie.
is it a joke?
I mean, no, it's not a joke. No, that's serious. He was captain of the church step team for the church.
I
I'm
think
way,
that's awesome.
I'm way,
It is great, right? Keep
I'm
telling. Let's see.
way too cool for that shit.
Look
First
at
off.
this, man.
Hey, you could be cool and do that.
No, them niggas
You
was
better
lame.
step for God.
Hold on,
That man was
because I was
stepping
on
for
the crew.
God.
I was one of the crew. I was on the praise team at my church.
Look at it. He
I
was
did the
too.
crusades. and
He out there
what's
doing.
wrong with, what's wrong with that?
I always thought
Right.
those people were lame. Okay.
That man was
So
stepping
jumping
for
for
God.
Jesus is all right.
No, it's not jumping for Jesus. They want to be seen. They just stepping and stuff. They couldn't step. It was lame. It was
Those brothers was giving they all. Respect this, Sco. And you was out there too. You was the
He was
captain.
out there. And he was the captain.
No.
He
He
was
was
don't
the
want to claim
The
it.
captain.
backstory is my god brother is trying to put me on that step team. He knew I wasn't on that step team because I called them lame, which they were lame. There was a bunch of
Okay.
lame guys on the step team, and now T saying I was on the step team. I wasn't on the step team.
That brother was the step team captain. I'm gonna tell you.
And he
The
don't wanna
captain,
claim
though?
it.
Yeah, and it's all good. It's
I
all
came
good.
up with the steps.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this though, Rashawn. I commend you for doing what you do. Have you ever got on any stages or anything up until this point?
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
danced on a couple of stages.
What about like comedy? Do you consider yourself a comedian or do you just do like online like comedy?
I've really only been making content online, but I have had people come and ask me like, am I actually going to start doing comedy shows?
Listen, you know, I've had a couple of events myself where I had comedians, singers, and dancers and stuff like that on like this, and we can facilitate that. I done had a bunch of events like that. I mean, Demo and Sco know we don't. You know, every year for my birthday, I have like a big thing where we get like poets, comedians, poets, comedians, singers, all of that out. We never had dancers though, but we get them out and we just we have a good time. So
Yeah.
I think you should start doing that. See, that's the key right there. I think a lot of people don't understand like with the hustle and everything. I read Kevin Hart's book, and if you know his story from the start, he kind of like started out with humble beginnings. He got like little deals and everything, but when he really like grew his name was just getting out, hustling, hitting the streets, city to city, facilitating his own events, doing those types of things. And I don't see why anybody else can't do it.
Yeah.
You know. But I do want to ask you this though, as far as like content creators, if you, because you are a content creator, pretty much that's what you do, right? What advice would you give to a person that's out here trying to like develop their style and their craft out here? Because I see your shit and like I said, I enjoy it. Like, you know, I seen the one about the mixed race that fooled the hell out of me first of all. Cause I was like, damn, she Cuban and black. Damn, that shit lit. Damn, I didn't even know. But
it was actually a lot of people that was messaging me outside of the comment section like, hey, you mixed for real. Boy, if you don't read that whole caption and get out my face.
niggas.
But I guess what I would tell somebody, first of all, I don't know. I feel like I haven't really done much. But if I were to just give somebody a word, be consistent. If it feels good to you, do it. 'Cause a lot of people, I think, care too much about what other folks think and what other people gonna feel like. And sometimes it's just you and what you feel like, what you thinking. It's been a couple of videos that I've uploaded where I looked a hot mess, y'all. I don't know how far
seen 'em.
you've gone,
No, I was in there.
into that. But it be like, I know this look a hot mess, but it's also really funny to me, so I'm finna post it anyway.
It's
It
relatable.
went crazy,
as well.
didn't it?
And it went crazy.
It's relatable too,
Yeah.
because we don't all look great like
We
me
do.
every day. You understand, Scott?
No, I don't.
I just,
I don't
I didn't
understand.
expect you to say
I was
that.
like,
So,
yeah,
I
wait.
didn't expect you to say that so
You
aggressively.
went
Scott.
right over her to me.
Scott, we are friends. I'm going to go to
I
you
don't
first,
understand.
brother. Like,
So how was it when you went viral? Like, was it crazy?
It was crazy.
Can we talk about
y'all.
that for real? Like,
Yeah.
how did that come about?
Okay, so I think I had like just put my baby to sleep, y'all. And I was already like randomly making videos. But it was never with the intent for me to go viral. I just be posting stuff because, like I said, that's what I like to do, and I think it's funny. So, but I think I had just put her to bed, and that little dance. What was the dance that went viral? Goodness, I can't even think of it, y'all.
Was it the little thing where they was like doing that? I don't know.
Oh, dang, I can't even think of the song either. But I was up practicing the dance because I wanted to look cute. I wanted to do it and look cute. But for whatever reason, I kept recording myself and I looked real dumb. And I was like, this not really hitting. So if I'm just going to look stupid, even when I'm trying to look cute, I might well just do it stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just made the video being wild
Made it
and
goofy,
crazy
yeah.
and goofy. And I was like, well, here.
That's what
just
people
gonna have
like,
to do.
though. Yeah, that's what people like.
And after a couple of days, it hit a couple thousand views. And then after a week, it was at like 50,000. And then a week and a half after I posted it, I got a DM from the Shade Room. And they were like, hey, do you mind if we share your video? And they sent me which one they wanted to share.
Right.
And I was like, yeah, that's cool. And
Did
it
they
got
tag
like, and it got like 1 million and something views on the Shade Room, and consequently, people from that saw me on the Shade Room just started following me, and within like a day or two of it being on their page, I had gained like 10,000 followers, and I was like, wow.
Weird, wasn't it?
It was, because I was like, y'all really dumb like me. If you like this, y'all dumb like me. And I welcome all the dumb people. Come on, let's do this together. But I just tried to keep it going since people were there. People were there to see me and rocked with what I had to offer. I'm like, all right, so I should just start doing it more.
Was it this Corvette challenge?
Corvette,
Yeah.
hopping them jet like that.
Yeah. I was just scrolling, looking through the views. That was the one that got like 76,000 views or 76,000 likes.
And
Yeah. And the
like
views is
1.6
going crazy.
million.
On this. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's still insane. It's still insane to me. Like,
can't believe it. Yeah.
I bet your DMs went crazy, didn't it?
Oh yeah. Niggas is trying to,
I'm gonna tell you now.
trying to pay for everything.
Onterio DMs already crazy.
Yeah, man.
already crazy.
They be having sugar daddies and everything and that shit.
It be a lot.
And he
going
really
on.
don't be like curving them, but you know he ain't accepting this shit either. But he, you know, he ain't
He don't
shutting
really
shit
curve,
down.
right?
I
Who would curve a sugar daddy?
all sugar daddies. I ain't running from it.
Like, why would you not?
Exactly. Why wouldn't I let this nigga throw me some money? I accept all sugar daddies.
Especially you offering. I didn't ask. So.
Listen, I had a fat white woman hit me up the other day.
He sure did.
I was like, look at this. Look at you, girl.
She hit you up on the DMs?
Yeah, she hit me
look
up.
at you.
I was like, I
She
ain't
commented on the
expensive.
page too, did she?
Yeah, she did. She's
Oh,
bold.
wow.
Shout out to her.
She said she know what she
I'm
wants.
DM her a little later, you know.
Yeah,
see what
people
she
be
talking
acting
See
in
what she
Onterio DMs. They be acting. So I know they went crazy in yours.
about. Yeah, and I ain't even
yeah.
famous. I ain't made the Shade Room or nothing. So, yeah, they went crazy. Yeah, they was trying to pay for everything. They was trying to do all
No,
that.
I
Fly
ain't
you out.
had that though. I ain't had nobody trying to pay for
Really?
nothing.
I mean, not pay for you, but pay for everything else. No? But listen, if you're watching this right now, we're going to need you to hear Rashawn D and pay some stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Period. What made you, so, all right, you was kind of thrown into this entertainer thing then. I thought this was something that you consciously wanted to do, right?
I have always wanted to entertain, but specifically doing comedy wasn't really like, it wasn't what I was going for. My friends and my family have always seen that side of me, and they always knew I was dumb. So they haven't really been surprised by any of this. But I don't know. I never planned on it being like I'm finna be a comedian out here.
Hit you.
I've acted in plays. I've done a couple of small films, and the dancing and the singing and stuff. So I've always considered myself to be an entertainer, but just not a comedian.
Yeah.
I guess that's cool too, though.
Hell yeah, that's the one you leaning on, comedian, huh? Out of the three, I mean, I know you want to be all of that, but that's the one you more so leaning on, the comedian.
Yeah, I could say that.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and claim that because essentially, if I could have anything my way, I would be the star of my own sitcom. That would be the thing. That's the goal.
Yeah, and I mean that's how most people that have them sitcoms like that start out. They start out as like comedians or whatever, like, and then they move on and get their own sitcom. That's the process. But I will tell you, you got a bright future ahead of you. Like I told you.
Appreciate that.
I just want to keep on putting it into you, because everybody, you see a spark in certain people, and a lot of the times they'll allow life to take that spark away from them. I just don't want you to do that because
and it's so easy to do.
Yeah.
Because life is complicated as it is, and then you've got your job, you've got your relationships, and then when you add children in, it gets complicated, and it's hard to keep identifying as yourself after you have all these other pieces coming at you and that you're trying to put together. So
Caught in the matrix, like we always say.
So easily.
I had a conversation with my coworker yesterday actually about this, because she's like an aspiring artist. So on the side, she does music. And we were talking about the concept of being bought, because the way we got on the topic was we was talking about Taylor Swift buying her masters back, and she's about to re-release her old music. But I was kind of confused because she didn't own the rights to her own music. Anyway, we were talking about passion projects and different things like that, and it kind of being like, hey, I can be bought. That's what my coworker was saying, the one that's an artist. But I'm like, if you want to do your own music, I kind of felt like she was contradicting herself, because if you sign a record deal, then that means that you have to, structure your content the way they want you to structure your content.
Yeah.
So I guess my question is, like, how do you feel about that? Like, with that, is that something that would change you? Like, if you were approached by somebody, if you didn't have that creative control to do what you wanted to do?
I know that signing off on paperwork, no matter what you're doing, it's going to come with a little bit of consequence, and you're going to have to lift a little bit heavier in some ways and let some stuff go. So if I were given the opportunity, I would just try to make sure that I'm reading all the fine print, because I feel like that's where most people kind of get lost and end up regretting the decision that they didn't read it in detail and give it some thought and really see whether or not long term this will be the best decision for me. Even if it's not long term, like in the next 1 or 2 years, would I be better off doing this or doing my own stuff? Especially if you evaluating how much progress you're making as it is. And if you're making enough progress on your own, excuse me, but damn them people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's okay. So what is your goal in this? Do you want to be a part of a system, or would you rather come in as an independent? Whatever's best for you.
Whatever,
what the check looking
is
like, huh?
best. Whatever is best. Yeah.
I think in many ways, being a part of a system a lot of the time, even with the example you gave, Demo, with Taylor Swift, these people, this is what they do for a living, so they can cultivate like you and your brand and everything, especially if they give you free range to be creative and everything. Mm-hmm. But also it's like, it's just, especially with black people, it's this sense of freedom that we have with independency. So I'm always myself lean more so towards independency. But even with the podcast, I tell them all the time, if we were to get a deal and the deal looks good and it can further like our exposure and everything else, and let us rub elbows with people under maybe that same umbrella who is popular as well, like why not do it for a couple years or whatever?
Yeah, I agree.
It's like a double-edged sword.
And a lot of times those contracts take off more work that you would have been doing on your own as an independent artist or entrepreneur. So that's something that you can take into consideration as well. Like, I'm not making my own flyers. I'm not doing my own PR. I'm not, posting consistently every 2 hours on whatever, platforms, because I got people that are doing that for me. So, yeah.
And those are the things that we talk about. It's just kind of like, if we quit our jobs, all our collective jobs, whatever they are, and got out of the matrix, like Sko was saying, and we pushed 100% behind this project, it could be something that pops.
Absolutely.
But again, because life gets you caught up in the matrix, to keep going back to that example, it's hard. So I guess that was the other question I had. If you felt like it was something that you could really take to the top, would you be willing to quit your job and sacrifice all that stuff to get 100% behind this comedian journey or entertainer journey?
Y'all, I am not a risk taker in life. I'm not a risk taker. Yeah. So you even asking me that just gave me severe anxiety.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Triggering. Look at you, you ain't shit.
I'm sorry.
And I actually had an opportunity to leave Tennessee. It was before I was a mom. And I had gotten out of college, and I think I was like in between apartments. My lease had ended at one place, and I didn't find another yet. So one of my coworkers let me bum it out on her couch. Shout out to her. But she let me bum on her couch for like a month or so until I figured out what I wanted to do. But in that time, I had started acting in theater, and a lot of people were telling me, like, this is the time. You don't have any kids, you don't have a mortgage or a rent that you're paying or anything. You can get up and go right now anywhere you want to go. And one of my best friends was living in New York. So it only made sense for me to just kind of start there. I already have somebody there who knows the city, who's good at networking, who's really smart, that would be able to kind of, help me rub elbows with people. And y'all, that fear is so real.
Yeah.
I just didn't think I could do it. And I don't know. It was like that was the perfect time for me to take a risk right then in that month, and I did not.
Do you regret it?
I wonder what I could have accomplished. I wonder what I would have been able to do or make happen. But I can't regret it because I love being a mom. That's the only thing. Had I not become a mother, I would definitely regret not going.
And even now, you would have never went viral. You would have never had this thing. So
because I only did it because I had just put her to sleep. I still had energy.
Yeah.
So who knows what would be,
Isn't that like a crazy concept nowadays that all we need to do is go viral? If we go viral, we can instantly start to monetize our following. We can start doing stuff like that. Ain't that a crazy concept? It's such like a cheat code for us as millennials. You know what I mean?
And I was talking to another comedian, and we were trying to work some stuff out together. And he asked me, like, so what did you do to go viral? Because I've been trying to go viral for like forever. He's been making content just about every day for as long as I have followed him. And I was like, honestly, man, I don't know. I don't know what I did. I deal with being dumb. And it caught the right hooks.
Well, I do. So you sing, you dance, you act, everything, multifaceted, like I said in the beginning. So what a lot of people don't understand with this is that, especially seeing you make videos, there's a lot that goes into this, right? Into making the video, and we don't get to see that process of it. Can you break that down for us, like what it takes, the thought process, like, because you don't do skits or anything like that. I know that you mainly do like a lot of voiceovers and stuff like that.
I do a lot of voiceovers. Every now and then I'll have my own little 15-30-second video that I have my own ideas for, so I'll post those as well. But I haven't been doing any skits.
Yeah.
I might get into it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I might get into it. But as far as the process is concerned, I really just okay. So as far as Instagram is concerned, I do a lot of reels. And those reels a lot of times have audio that's already being saved in the app from other people using it or creating that audio. So Usually if I hear some audio that I like, I'll just hold on to it so I can make my own ideas with that audio. Yeah, but I don't really have a process.
I mean, that's it. That's it.
I just what I like,
Yeah.
and then I go forward with it.
So you are truly a creator at heart.
I think so.
Yeah, no, I can see it because even what you just mentioned it now, like not wanting to take the risk, it don't seem like you one of these people who us as like millennials try to be. You see everybody saying like, "Oh, I'm in business. I got a business. Everybody got a business. Everybody got this."
Yeah.
You're not one of those people. You're a true creator at heart. And I want to just say I can respect that. And the reason why is because you don't pretend like you this business savvy person who knows X, Y, and Z. I see that so often a lot of the times, and we've talked about it on the podcast. Like me, I don't mean to toot my own horn, Sco, but I'm about to toot this motherfucker.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, hey, listen. When it's time to give him his flowers,
time to give me my flowers.
I'm
right
gonna give
now.
it to him, but
I
all
know
that
business.
handsome shit is out the door.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about that off camera. You know how we do, Sco. We'll talk about that off camera. You can tell me I'm handsome later, but. As far as like just the business savvy, I always consider myself to be a businessman from day one. And when I say day one, I mean the moment that I realized and understood the concept of business, right? So I go into this and I approach these things. And the way I do it is I plan ahead. I look at the environment and the landscape of what's going on right now, and I see how to navigate through that properly. I see what other people doing. I try my best to reinvent and make that happen. Now, I'm glad that you not on here trying to act like you one of those people. You just a pure creator at heart. And I enjoy that because I'm what they call an enhancer. And I know a lot of people out here who are enhancers as well. I won't sit here and act like I'm a creator. I guess I am in a sense, but you are an artist. And I can appreciate
and
people
I'm sensitive
like you.
about. No, I'm just playing.
Nah, go ahead. But listen, you're an artist, and I can appreciate you being an artist, and I can appreciate you being open and transparent, saying I am an artist. All this other stuff, me trying to act like I got this and I got that, because the reality is behind every great artist that we see is an even greater business person. So I just want everybody to take that into consideration and watch this. Like, if you're an artist, you don't have to. Everybody not Jay-Z.
Nope.
Yeah.
So I respect the fact that you say that, that you're an artist and everything like that.
Rashawn, have you been able to monetize off going viral yet?
I have, not to the degree that I would like to monetize.
I always like to take it behind the scenes. I'm like, how does that look? Because I saw.
Go check in your pocket.
Yeah, I'm gonna tap your pockets for a second. I see this guy who does I watch a lot of wave videos, and I think I sent that video to y'all. It's a guy named Deville Perry. He's on there, and he talks about how you got to get to a certain amount of watches or followers before you can monetize or whatever per 1,000 watches. So, how's that process like? Because you're in the door now. Like, you have the views, you have the followers. So, what's that process like?
Listen, I don't know. I don't know about that. I've heard something similar, but I'm not even sure how I would even get in the door with it. I don't know. But the opportunities that I have had to monetize, it was really just because companies or people that already had their businesses going reached out to me and were like, "Hey, would you mind doing this or that for me?"
Got you out, shout them out and stuff.
Post them and stuff. Yeah.
And then we would just go from there.
That's definitely a part of it. Absolutely, 100%. See, monetization goes in different levels as well. That's why I was talking to you off camera about things like merch and stuff like that. So, merch is shots for shot, like not shots for shot, but posting people and stuff like that. Is that part of it? It's the CPM demo where you get so many per 1,000 views and ads to run on your shit. It's so many levels to it, and I think that the moment that you get somebody that can give you that and all of that, you'll be out of here because you already got it. You You went viral. You already got the proof of concept. You out of here. So,
and I know a good bit of it is just me actually taking the time to do the research and connect with the appropriate people, because I have a couple of friends who are influencers, and they're always like, "Well, let me know if you need anything. Let me know if you have any questions about this or that." And like, the resources are there.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of me utilizing them,
Hell yeah.
taking the time to really figure it all out. I don't know. I guess I just be feeling like I'm in go mode all the time. But
And
yeah,
you a mom too.
Yeah, I was just about to say that you're a mom.
Mom.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
is crazy.
so a lot of times when I get home from work, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then the videos come at like 11 p.m., 12 a.m., 1 a.m. if I'm still up. But yeah,
Here's the kicker though. You don't consider yourself to be an influencer?
what I be influencing? I be influencing.
I mean, what is an influencer though? Like
I don't know, brother.
somebody.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Nigga with a lot of followers.
All right, I thought that's what an influencer was. Somebody with 10,000 plus followers.
Really?
Because those are the people, like you said, that get approached. Like you have to have a certain threshold of followers before anybody with a product approaches you. Like they're not finna approach me. I only got 2,000 followers. But somebody like you said, you went viral. Then they see that you got the following and the proof of concept, like T said. Of course, they're gonna approach you before they approach me. So, aren't you an influencer?
Yeah.
Out here influencing me.
Influence.
That's crazy. You might have influenced me. I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm thinking about it.
Y'all influence me to
Terry, I'm
influence
finna start
myself.
making TikToks dancing
I'm
and
finna
shit.
make TikToks dancing. I can go viral.
Dang, that's I don't know. I guess in my head, influencers were always people that were like dressed up all the time and like
And shift culture and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. And I just be doing stupid stuff.
But I think at the same time, you are one of those people. You listen.
I
You
influence other people to be stupid.
no, well, absolutely, maybe. But you influence other people also to maybe make TikToks or maybe get they their thing right.
Yeah.
Like, you could be. You got so many. You got how many followers now? Like, I don't know.
21 point something.
Yeah, so you got 21 point something K followers right now at this moment. Listen, it's a lot of people that you can't touch and that don't see you and that don't know. Listen, you probably influencing them to do all types of shit. You don't even know, and that's something even I want to talk to you about. That's something we talked about over the phone is trolls and everything like that.
Man, them trolls. No.
Something that came with this viral moment is trolls. Like I see it. I see other people deal with it. I see people come in on other people's page and everything like that. But you dealing with it personally. How did that affect you?
It don't.
It don't. I got you. Cause you out of here. You kicking their ass the fuck out.
Yeah, I kick people out.
Yeah.
Like, I do not care.
Yeah.
I'll be trolling them back.
I will be coming back
I'll
like.
be talking about running trains on their mamas and stuff.
my goodness,
I was just gonna say it's
y'all.
crazy. Scott, look, you tell me and Scott soulmates.
Oh, my goodness.
Ain't we, Scott?
Yes,
Y'all
bro.
is steady.
We was thinking the same thing. We was thinking the same thing.
That's what you say.
Yeah. Hey, listen. All I gotta do is sit on the other side of this phone and type. Oh, I can do that.
Wow. I don't know. I think, cause I like I said, I got real bad anxiety about the smallest things, and I like my peace, and I like to be in a good mood. I like to be happy, and when people come into my space or my little circle, and they feel like they're going to intrude upon my peace and my happiness and my joy, no,
Yeah.
you're just going to get blocked.
I'll come on there and troll them for you. How about that?
I swear to God,
cool.
I'm finna be on her shit now. ChoppedByT finna be on her shit. Like, boy, fuck your mama. Don't block them. Just let us come on, sweep them up.
Cool.
Like, boy, fuck your mama.
Hey, you seen when we first started getting that little spam where they was like promote on
Yeah,
MC
yeah,
Live?
yeah.
I came on that whole like no. We don't want it.
You remember my comment? I was like, look at you. He's like, I'm waiting on them to
They
respond.
ruthless, right?
Them motherfuckers is ruthless.
I do
Persistent.
only remember one time where I actually like went back and forth with somebody for like 10 minutes, 15 messages. And we got towards the end of the conversation and he was like, you got too much time on your hands to still be talking to me right now.
Yeah.
And I'm
Probably
like,
at work chilling and messing with you.
You the
You
one that
came
even
on my
came on
page.
my page.
Yeah,
Like, what
that's
you
crazy.
talking
People
about?
psycho, man.
Yeah.
Like, you really weird right now. But I don't know. I just be blocking. I don't even give it no time. I just block.
And the reality is, you know what they really want? They just want your attention. That's it. They just want you to acknowledge them. You're a beautiful young black queen, and they see that, and they come on and they say, oh, let me see if I can get a reaction out of her. And the moment you get him that,
Every
They
now
won.
and then I won't block them. Every now and then if the comment is just like, oh, you just a little goofy. You a little goofy. I'll just be like, oh. AW, or I'll just send a smiley face and leave it there. And then if they feel like they need to say some more, I block them after that. But
Show engagements up too, though.
It does
It
when you
do.
respond back to them and stuff and
It
get them
do.
cat with them.
I'll be talking crazy.
I'll be
to
talking
'em.
my ass out today. I'm gonna tell you. And even with that, a lot of these people don't understand. And with the troll and everything, that's a form of like cyberbullying, though.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
reality. you
Yeah.
know?
Because a lot of people can't take it. Like, it really bothers some people.
Yeah, and that's not.
somebody called my forehead big last night. I had to
Listen.
block their ass.
Listen.
Boom. He said that. For real. He was like, your forehead big as hell. What you cute though?
He should have roasted
He
his
was
ass
like, that
back.
joint like, boom. I said, you a lie, fool. It don't even look that big on here.
If it's a dude, you got to get their mama. That'll kill them every time.
Talk
You got to
about
go
they
to the
mama.
mama.
Then he was like, well, since you responded, I know I was right.
Mhm.
Really?
You got that attention.
Oh, man.
Get out of here. It was funny though when the shade room had posted the Corvette thing. My friends was in the shade room comments like, we got time today.
Yeah. Shout out to them, man.
Shout out to my friends. I love y'all. Cause they was not playing about me. Like I was scrolling through because a lot of people was like, haha, yeah, funny. And then some people was like, she trying too hard. She extra. And the squad was in there.
It was
like,
in there.
Oh, she extra. So what about you? You found the time to comment.
That's how we gonna be.
I thought that was dope though. I love my friends.
But yeah, like, and even with that, like I said, it's cyberbullying, and that like has an effect. So when you decided to, when you did go viral and you started getting all these followers, how did that affect? Like you already said you have anxiety, and I want to talk about that a little bit more as well. But like when you did start to go, how did that affect you, like mentally, when these people like started, coming on your shit and doing all the extra shit?
I felt like I was fine, but I think the only thing that made me anxious was like trying to make sure that I was keeping up with all of the comments because I wanted to make sure that I was engaging with people who were leaving me positivity,
Yeah.
and I wanted to make sure that the people that were supporting me knew that I was grateful, for them even, being around.
Right.
And liking my content. So, and this to this day. So usually I just be anxious with keeping up with everything and making sure that I'm engaging consistently. Yeah.
How do you think you'll handle it? Because it's only a matter of time. If
I'm about to give up on that though.
give up on.
Like liking, because right now I pretty
respond
much
back to people
like
and stuff.
any comment
Gotcha.
that anybody leaves me. I usually like it.
Mm.
And if it's something that's really funny, I go ahead and respond to people. And it's not unlikely that I will respond to like 50 different people under one post.
Yeah. Too
But
time consuming.
it's time consuming. I
got
be up at night like,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta wake up in 4 hours.
Just make a post for all of them.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for
So I'm
supporting
probably
my
slow
lady.
down on it because it's not realistic to feel like I can keep up with that as
Yeah.
the followers could keep.
And that's
going up.
actually what I was about to get into. You're going to keep growing. You're going to keep building up. It's just only a matter of time before you blow up, right? Or before you get to the place where you want to be, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Right? Manifestation now.
Yeah.
Right. It's only a matter of time for you blow up and you get to the place to where you want to
I
be.
might gain.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So when you get to that point, how in the moments you got to understand, you got anxiety. We already established that. How will you deal with that stuff in the moments? Do you ever think about that? Do you ever think about when I'm blowing up and I got, instead of a couple hundred people come in, now I got a couple thousand people come in?
And then somebody told me too, like, you can't block everybody.
Can't. It's like 500 million people on the platform.
Yes. So it's just gonna get to a point where maybe I'm not looking at the comments anymore. But even the ones that I see, they don't make my day. They don't make my day any worse. They're just annoying to see, so I block them so they can't do it anymore. But I don't know. I guess just making sure that outside of social media, everything that I can control is balanced and is healthy for me. And I usually do that through spending time with my baby and my family and my friends and listening to a lot of different types of music and having alone time when I can. But I think I find a lot of ways to just keep myself balanced outside of creating content. So I don't think it'll be too big of a deal. I don't think so, but
So what are
we'll
the
see.
next steps?
Next steps are for sure figuring out this monetization thing and collaborating with some of my other friends that make regular money from Instagram.
Absolutely.
Because one of my friends, she's a mother of 4, and she has a full-time job. She has a couple of degrees, and she does this. So I'm like, yeah, I need another T.
Yeah.
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 You're doing something,
That's
and
key.
you're doing something very, very right. So I need a one-on-one class
Yeah.
to know what it is that I'm missing. And then I know another girl who's she's been doing stuff for hair for a little while, and she just became a mom, and she still's got her business going too. So she's been really, really consistent with hers. And they don't have, well, I think the one that does hair, we have like about the same following, but the one with the family, we don't. I think she might have maybe like 4 or 5,000 followers, and she still makes really good money.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I guess to a degree, the following ain't really what make or break your business. It's about how you conduct it and what you know.
Even us, and that's something that me and Sco can tell you off camera. We've been, because I got about 5,000 followers, I think, or something like that. Even us, that's something me and Sco kind of like took into consideration in the beginning, and we developed a blueprint in regards to how we would monetize my following or whatever, right? And that's something that's been, for the most part, pretty effective for us. We've done okay, but that's the key right there. I think you head in the right direction. Get around somebody who already in it of it and doing it, and learn from them. Because people at the core of every person, it's 2 things: they want to be creators, and they also want to teach.
Yeah.
They're gonna want to teach you and tell you about what they're doing.
That's true. And I kind of appreciate, I'm not even sure where like hating comes from as a mindset, like why people are jealous and hateful and feel like, oh, just because my friend doing this, then you can't be happy for them or you can't celebrate them or whatever like that. But I'm glad that I don't have that type of spirit because, like you said, I can see these people that are tangible to me, and we're willing to help each other out. It ain't no ego or anything like that. So I think I don't know. I feel like I'm in a good space, even though I don't have it all figured out. It'll be all right.
And one day you're going to, hey, listen, you're going to have to step up. You're going to have to be a boss one day. What's going to happen then? You got to be like, hey, bitch.
Oh,
You ain't going to be able to do that. I got you.
no.
Hey, listen, when I say I like my hair this way, I like it this way.
No.
That's
Look
never
at
going to
him.
be you.
That's not. No.
That's probably gonna be
Oh, my
me.
God.
That's going to be me.
I said a shoe size 10.
You know my size.
No, y'all.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Listen, so your content, right?
Yeah.
Your content is like, it's real lighthearted and funny and goofy and everything like that. But we know that there are elements to your life that aren't like the same way.
Right, yeah.
So what is I want to ask you a question. Is that the way you structure your content? Is that like that because of the things that may go on in your life that frustrate you? Or is it, what's the motivation behind creating your content the way you create it?
The motivation behind creating the content, the way that I create it.
Because some rappers, right? They be like, I make happy music because I want to make people happy, and my life isn't, X, Y, and Z. Is that the same thing for you?
I guess you could say that. But I do it because that's what makes me feel good.
I was about to say it's like your
Therapeutic.
happy place.
Yeah. Like just how when people are creating music or drawing or painting, it's just something that I enjoy. That's fun to me. So, I enjoy being light because it's enough heavy stuff going on,
Right.
in the world and behind the scenes. So when I have a chance to keep it light, I'm gonna take it
Okay.
for sure.
And I think, I think that's the key because we need that balance. We got enough of these soul sisters out here, on the front line, and we need that other side of it too. The people that just purely entertaining and just giving people a good time. Because I myself, for a while, especially when things start to go on, I get into these modes where, there's an algorithm. So if you always looking for the negative stuff, you'll get the negative stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
That's true.
I had to remove all of that from me and just start searching shit like puppies and happy, stuff like that.
Puppies?
Yeah. What you just go?
You don't like
Puppies?
Puppies?
You look at puppies, bro?
I love puppies.
Who don't like puppies?
Oh,
You the
I
problem
didn't know
here.
that about him.
Obviously, you the problem here, brother.
I wasn't making it a problematic situation.
Are you a cat man?
I didn't know. Nah, I hate cats. I hate cats.
Thank
He's
you,
a cat
Rashawn.
man.
That brother is a
I
cat
just
man.
didn't know he liked puppies. I didn't know that.
Hit the sound you be hitting.
Y'all know what I'm watching.
That's you, Roscoe. You a cat man.
all
You
right.
see that note right there? Yeah, don't
all
hate on
right.
it. Yeah.
I didn't know you watch puppies, bro. That's all.
Hey, listen, sometimes I might search puppies, brother. That's all. Sometimes I
wrong with
might look at, little nice little cuddly puppies. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
And now you got me thinking about it too. Another reason that could be behind the content that maybe was subconscious to me. A lot of times black women are seen to just have attitudes and be aggressive and hard all the time. And nah, we fun.
I mean,
And wait.
you had me up until nah, we fun.
Nah, we be fun though.
I mean,
we can be fun.
Everyone?
Most.
Both?
Most? That's
Well,
the majority now. Let's say most.
well, me and mine, that's how we are.
Y'all
Me
goofy.
and,
and stuff.
yeah, me and my friend group, that's how we are.
I think every black woman probably can be fun if under the
Can
right
be.
circumstances. But I grew up with a tough one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up with a tough one. When shit fun.
Yeah.
A lot of the time. Most of the time when nothing fun.
I feel that.
But, and I've seen some too, but y'all got every right to be. We say this all the time. Y'all dealing with everything we deal with, plus y'all dealing with our bullshit. Y'all dealing with us.
Yeah.
That is a fact. Can you turn me up?
I got a tweet that I
You
wanna
lucky you
share.
ain't got no son.
Yeah, that's true. I got a tweet that you just made me think about something, talking about black women being kind of seen as, aggressive and stuff. You made me think about Tiffany Haddish.
Mm-hmm.
I had a tweet that I wanted to share with y'all. Somebody said Tiffany Haddish is exactly what white supremacists want to see. She would have been the most famous slave on the plantation. And it made me think. Yeah, it made me think about a conversation that people were talking about in regards to the success that Tiffany Haddish had. It's because she's that people see as like a coonish, or she's that girl back in school, the black girl that was just really, really goofy, really, really loud, and that's the only thing that white people see black women as. It's either really, really aggressive or really, really goofy. So that just made me think about that. It's like, how do you cut through that perception, or do you frame your content to kind of cut through that perception?
Sometimes I think I do that by how I engage with people. And also, sometimes I do it in the captions as well. But, man, that's a tough one.
It's
Listen,
wild.
and
They
I wanna
said
say-
that.
That's what I was
That's
gonna
wild
say.
that they
I
said. I
wanna say
didn't know
something.
that people looked at her that way, but now that you say it, I can see
And the black people said that, right?
why. But I
Fuck
don't
whoever
agree with
made
that,
that
though.
tweet, though.
And this was
Yeah, yeah.
Because that's just
I hate
her,
to put his
though.
name out there.
Put him
'cause
out
I'm-
there.
Because I'm like, I don't like to put, but his Dr. Boyce Watkins, he looked like a black man.
Du Bois Watkins? Oh, come on. That's my guy.
You know
That's the
who
stock
this is?
guy, ain't it?
Dr. Du Bois Watkins, that's one of the people
Well,
I've read.
just Boyce Watkins. I don't know if that's the same thing, but
It's probably, if it's the same person, a light-skinned brother.
yeah.
Yeah.
Bald head.
Yeah. Dr. Du Bois Watkins. If
Oh,
it may be the
man.
same.
Just
person.
like
I'm not
Boyce and then Watkins.
Okay, it's just Boyce. Maybe
Yeah,
that's
just
different
Boyce.
because I'm thinking
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Du Bois.
Because we all know a Tiffany Haddish in our family.
But regardless
Right,
of that,
right. And I think that was the conversation, the main point. Before you
Yeah.
make your point, T, is that was like, we all know a Tiffany.
Yeah.
That was the point, was we all know a Tiffany Haddish, but that's the reason why she became famous.
Yeah.
That's the
in
reason
white
why
people's
they
Or why they gravitate
towards
towards
her.
her. Exactly why she's been mainstream famous, because that's the only way they see black women as.
But that's not a fault of hers.
Right.
That's their own stereotypes
Right.
that
And the reality is that we do have people like that, and we aren't all monolithic. Right. Some of us are uptight. Exactly. Some of us are goofy like that in their way. But the thing is, why I can commend Tiffany Haddish is that she became famous by being herself. That's not an act. That's how she is. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
No matter the show, no matter the movie, no matter the interview, Tiffany gonna be Tiffany.
It's crazy he said that.
That is. I don't like that.
A black man, though.
Yeah, but I mean, I get his point. I mean, you know, he a brother too. I thought he was white. I was gonna attack him. If he was white, I was on his ass. But
you know, ain't no white man finna say that on Twitter. Like,
not no famous white man.
Yeah, he gonna get his ass.
I thought he was, but since he a brother, I mean, I can step into that. I can see that. You know what he mean, but at the same time, it's like, come on, bro. I don't think that's coonish. Yeah, I mean, coonish is reinforcing negative stereotypes. Right, that's a part of being a coon, reinforcing negative stereotypes. But the reality is, bro, is some of them stereotypes that they place on us are somewhat true. We do enjoy chicken. Not to say that they don't. Mm-hmm. We do like watermelon. Some of us, like some of that. We are loud and we are passionate and we are expressive. There's nothing wrong with that, though. That's just who we are as a people. And I think because of that, right, we got moments where we were able to get through slavery. Get through redlining, get through years of oppression. Mm-hmm. Because of who we are and what we are, we were able to do that in those moments. So get like us, nigga.
I guess I just imagine him saying that in a negative tone.
Of course, that's what he did. Yeah,
because coon is never
a word to say. It's never a word to
say.
Yeah. Don't call me no coon. Don't call me no coon at all. But again, like I said, going into in this space right there, that's because that's things that you're going to have to deal with because you're going to blow, right? Yeah.
No doubt. No, yeah, eliminate that doubt.
But also, I think for me, in all honesty, I code switch a lot, y'all.
Me too.
I code switch often, and I don't feel like that's something that Tiffany Haddish is really into because she's just always herself. And I mean, I'm myself as well, but I don't know. It's just like there's a time and a place for everything type of thing. You know what I mean? And when I'm at work and when I'm speaking about business or whatever it may be, you're not finna have the same person that you see in the video with my hair undone and I'm acting goofy. It's not gonna be the same.
But what about, all right, I'll put it like this. What about, because we manifesting right now, right? What about that moment when you blow for being you, blow for being that person on social media who you really are?
Yeah.
And those people give you all the praise for being that person who you really are. And at that moment, you've gained so much prestige and love from the public, you don't have to code switch or pretend to be nobody else. You can walk right into these boardrooms.
I just do it so naturally. It don't even be like I'm around. Yeah, it just be happening. And then when I have a little window for me to, you know, just then I will. Yeah. So it's, I don't know.
Hey, look, I think that code switching is a coping mechanism for us.
Yeah.
That's the reality of it.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we it's survival. We can't be ourselves, unfortunately. I wish we could, but we can't be who we true. You can't be who you gonna be with your friends at an interview. It's just not happening.
Yeah. And I think that's just another part that shows. Oh, I don't like to talk about myself because I was gonna say something, but
go ahead.
I think that's just another part that shows my multifacetedness, maybe, because before being viral or anything, I did go to college. I was an academic. I was a very good scholar. I've always done very well in school. So, and I mean, and then the friends that I surround myself with have that same type of background.
Absolutely.
So talk clearly with one another when we're trying to get our points across, and then when we're done making points, we all have to be done together. You know. So I don't know. I guess it's just whatever happens naturally, that's what you're gonna get.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I think that, like I mentioned to you earlier, that it's times in this where well, not times in this, but you and your content, the thing that you create is really like lighthearted, and it's really like, it's goofy, it's funny, it make you feel good and everything like that. But there are things in our lives that aren't so good. And just even a question on with that. What are the things in your life, if you don't mind sharing a couple of them, because you are a black woman and you are a single mother? Like, what are the things in your life that you would say have been challenging thus far
Ooh.
as a single black mother?
Yes. Challenging. Oy. I think trying to divide my time evenly between me and my baby, because it's so easy to like pour everything into them, and then by the end of the day you feel depleted and you feel like you haven't accomplished anything for yourself. You done gave them a bath and cut their hair and braided it up and gave them food and played with them all day, and then 10, 11 o'clock, you like, oh, all right.
Time to
now
go to bed.
Yeah. Where do I even start with myself? So definitely finding a medium between giving myself to her and keeping enough of myself for me to still feel like I'm an individual. That's definitely been a challenge, especially with being an aspiring entertainer, because you need time to do that.
Yeah.
And then I would probably say another challenge would be navigating through co-parenting. That's a really, really big one, too. Yeah.
And we kind of had a conversation about that over the phone. That's actually the Instagram post, the story that led me to your led me to your page and to DM you and reach out to you to do the podcast with us. Is the thing that you made about co-parenting. Could you elaborate a little bit on the post that you made? I'm gonna mess it up if I say it.
Oh yes. Okay. So there was a woman that I posted who was doing a podcast / interview with a friend of hers. And I think they have that going on regularly. I think Ajna, her name is Ajna. Yeah. And their discussion was about the guy was explaining that he didn't feel like communicating with her was necessary. He was like, just let me get my kid, let me be a dad, and let that be that. You don't need to talk to me. You don't need to see me. We don't need to discuss anything. And she's like, well, we're going to have to see each other at some point. We're going to have to talk at some point if we're making plans for these children. And he's like, no, we don't. No, we don't. I ain't trying to hear none of that. I don't need to see you. I don't need to talk to you. And she was saying that he was coming off as bitter. I know most of the time it's a bitter baby mama stigma when things don't work out and the father may not be getting all of his needs met as the other parent. So women are usually the bitter baby mamas. And she was saying that he sounded like he was the one that was bitter because she was so calm. She was so understanding in how she wanted to proceed with him. And he was like, nah, not doing this, not doing that. You can cancel it. Yeah. And when I reposted the conversation to my story, my caption was really just along the lines of doing what's best for your child is really the main goal. You shouldn't even be worried about anything extra. He said something about them not working out, or she said something about them not working out. One of them mentioned that the relationship failing was the reason why they shouldn't be communicating with one another, essentially. And I was making a point that it doesn't matter if the relationship failed. You still got a kid together, and you still got to make plans for the kids. So you gonna have to talk it out. But I feel for everybody that's going through it because it's so common, and I hate that.
How you really see how mature a person is once they have a child.
Yeah,
it brings out everything. It brings out the good, bad, and the ugly.
And the reason why I know moments, like I told you, it hit so home with me because I'm actually in that process right now, transitioning to becoming trying to do the whole co-parenting thing. You know, I like being honest with our audience and everything. But I'm transitioning into that as well, and you know it hit home for me because you're right. Like, and I expressed that with the mother of my child several times. Like, it's important for us just to be friends. It's important. We're already friends.
I would not call co-parenting relationships friendships.
Okay, I got you. I got you. But it's friend elements to it, though, right? No.
You don't. Just because you communicate with someone doesn't mean that they're your friend.
I got you. I got you. I got you. I got you.
Because a friend is someone that you can confide in,
and that
right?
yeah,
someone that you
absolutely,
trust,
absolutely.
right?
That's the part I'm talking about. That trust part of it. I want you to be able to trust me enough to understand that anything that you may have going on with my little one, because the reality is that's our legacy. That's our legacy.
Yeah.
He's gonna carry on my name, but he's gonna carry on everything that embodies you as well. He's a combination between us. And you're right. Maybe it would. Maybe I don't know. Some people can reach that point to where they can confide in and all of that, but the trust part of it. I just want you to trust me enough to know that I don't have like hidden agendas, and we all into this for him.
I would like to ask you, are your business relationships considered friendships as well?
Well, I think it's layers to that though, right? So
it can be,
yeah.
But every business partner that you have is
it's
that
not
also
my
your
friend.
friend?
No, not at all. Right. Not at all. So you think we should approach it in that way as a business?
Absolutely. The business is raising this child successfully.
Gotcha.
That's our only business together.
What if we genuinely like still like love each other? Just we understand that we don't work.
Then I think in that space there could possibly be friendship.
Friendship, right?
Yeah. But
What'd he do to you? No, because I can see it.
Nah, for real. Because I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, damn.
That's such an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
I get it, though, business.
I get it, but I've never heard a child being referred to. Not saying that you consider your daughter to be a business, but the business of raising a child. I've never heard it put that way.
Yeah, it's like you have expectations that you have to uphold, and I have them. We have an understanding of what we should be doing with our time when you have your time and I have mine. It kind of is like that.
I get it. No.
I don't know. I don't feel like I have to consider you a friend to successfully navigate through that.
I completely agree with that. It doesn't have to be a friendship there. You know what?
If you my friend, I can call you. I'm calling you at 9:00 in the morning because I got a new job, and I'm like, hey, guess what?
And that's what I want, though. Is that too much for me to ask for in that moment, or no? Is it unfair?
If that's your goal, that's completely fine. But I think you should also leave space for the other person to get to that point.
Absolutely.
And not expect for it to be given to you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Not to be given to you because you're asking for it. To be given to you because enough time has passed for them to feel like you've earned it.
Yeah. Right. And I told her like, I'll give you time to do to figure anything out that you need to do. I'm always be here. I'll give you time to do that. And if it means right now just saying like taking that approach, if it means now to just take that approach, right? Of this is a business, this is what we doing. If that's what it means, then I accept that. And if we can one day get to that point to like, we friends and you can call me and tell me about X, Y, and Z, I would love that. But I listen. I understand what you say, and listen, the way that you saying that, I think if more people had more of that perspective, like more like people who don't agree with each other, don't get along, if they had that perspective, this thing could work out a lot better a lot of the time. So I can agree with that.
It wouldn't be a bunch of petty childish shit going on.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So we ain't knocking you for that, sister.
T, I think you said it one time, like, Maverick is your investment. Like, so to your point, that is kind of like the business, because once you have a child, you have to invest into the child. Like, that's it. Y'all locked in.
Contract signed.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, right?
Do you think marriage is a contract?
I know that it is technically, but
there's other elements to it, right?
Oh.
I don't think so.
I'm sorry.
No, you good.
contract. I'm gonna say something that people probably won't like,
Okay.
but I feel like the people that talk about how marriage is a contract just don't want to be married, and that's okay.
But it's true though. It's a contract.
I mean,
Anytime you can, okay, it's a contract because anytime, like, say if I got a bunch of money, right, and we go our separate ways, and you take whatever is mine, it's a contract. You know, it's like a business.
Yeah.
It's literally a business.
yeah,
Take a percentage.
Taking a percentage, so
yeah.
that's what it is.
I think that either you just sincerely don't want to be married, or the fear of it failing is more intimidating than the commitment of being with the person that you love.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's layers to it because nothing is simple. I think Meek Mill said it.
Yeah.
It's levels to this shit, and it is. It's levels to this, and I think that a level is contractual obligations. I think a level is a spiritual bondage. I think a level is commitment. You know, I think
People
it's
don't commit to nothing nowadays. We can hardly commit to going to the same beautician for a whole year. Like, it's a thing. And then to think that you could be married to this person for the rest of your life. I mean, I could.
It's hard to keep evolving with a person for life. You know, I think that's intimidating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Especially if
Bonding
there's
together,
even an ounce of uncertainty. Yeah. But don't do it then.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
You want to be married?
I'm going to do it me.
Yeah.
Want to be married?
I do. I do.
Yeah.
But only if I know for sure that this is my person and that person feels the complete same about me. And that
Rough. It's rough because people change every day.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah. Yeah, people do change. But I mean, I just think if you have a certain level of respect for each other, change is welcome. So
And even if it do go, I feel like when people like truly love each other, even when it do go south, it don't get messy.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
okay, we just didn't work and it's cool. You know?
And that's the point I was trying to make with the co-parenting thing. Like, you know, we genuinely love each other. I've expressed my love for her on this podcast several times. You know, like we genuinely do love each other. And because we love each other, you know, we can go our separate ways and
That is so good.
Yeah. But listen, I want to say this, and do you have anything else that you got planned or that you got coming up that you might want people to look out for?
Thank you for the little subtle plug there.
Yeah.
So I do have a podcast. We haven't put a name on it or anything. We just recently recorded a pilot for it to kind of see how we all vibe together and whatever. But podcast coming soon. Details coming soon. Also, I teach Zumba.
Okay.
So that's another thing. I was
Go
doing
trying to hit that class.
and can.
Hell yeah.
But I've taught Zumba on and off for a little while, and I'll probably get back into my classes. I might make them virtual, so that's the only reason why I'm putting it out there. I might end up making it virtual for people to join me online or whatever like that, especially in this COVID space. Most people ain't trying to get out of the house. I mean, some of them are now since they're vaccinated, but if you don't want to get out, then that'll be an option for you to do something fun and get in shape and get cute, whatever like that. But yeah, right now that's about it.
And D-Mo will plug in all your social medias and everything on here too, and anything else that you might want to, put in there. So just let them know whatever you need to put in there as you speaking of any other information. Listen, it was good to have you. You gave us a lot of insight.
I'm glad y'all had me.
Absolutely. Come back again. And listen, I just want to tell you, keep going. Keep going forward. Don't give up. Keep trying.
Yes, absolutely.
Hopefully one day we can be, I know her ass. She was on the
Right.
podcast.
She was just over here.
Yeah, we're
I'ma
gonna
be
plug
like,
the
yeah,
shit out of
that's
this episode. We're gonna remember here. You go.
Hey, she was. We had her first.
Right.
Like, listen. So shit. I appreciate you for coming on. I appreciate you for giving us the time to, give us your process and give us everything that embodies you, because the reality is whenever you can sit down and give people that, you burn your soul to them. And I truly believe that anytime you can give people your thoughts, your ideas, and everything, you are bearing your soul. So we appreciate you giving us your soul. We're gonna tuck it right away.
Yeah.
We got your soul now.
Appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah, and listen, we'll have you on again at some point. And whenever you have your podcast, like I said, let us know anything we can do to be of help, or if you want us to come on or anything, we'll be more than happy to come on and do that.
Yes, I would like that. Yeah.
But again, man, this is the ChoppedByT podcast, where we give real, raw, authentic barbershop conversations. Until next time.